Good morning, students. So, today we are going to study the topic unicellular and multicellular organism of chapter cell structure and function. So, in this chapter, first of all, we are going to start with unicellular organism. So, unicellular organism are those organisms which are made up of only single cell. Okay, and all the function of that particular organism is carried out by that particular single cell only. As for example, as you can see here in a diagram, the example is amoeba, paramecium. Then further, you just see here this euglena, chlamydomonas, yeast. These are the example of unicellular organism. Here one more point is written that its survival is not dependent on another cell. Means what? That it doesn't depends on the existence of another cell. Only single cell is enough for that particular organism. And if one cell, as for example, this is a one cell, it is a single cellular example, let it be amoeba, okay? Let it be amoeba, okay? So this is a single cell. It divides itself and forms two cells, one cell and this another cell. Okay, so this one amoeba is dividing and forming a two cell, and this two cell is further the new unicellular organism. That is, this is one unicellular and this is the second one. Okay, and then this two unicellular organism is the exact copy of its original one. Means what? Of this one. Understood? Clear to everyone? Fine. Now, come on the next one, that is multicellular organism. So, multicellular organism are organisms which are made up of more than one cell. By mistake, this is the mistake. By mistake, I have written, it's a kind of a spelling mistake or something. It's a typing mistake here of more. Okay, of more than one cell or million cell. Now, since it is made up of more than one cell, so each and every cell are having their own specialized functions and they are performing that particular task within that particular organism's body. Understood? And in multicellular organisms, there are different type of cells are present. As for example, in our body, there are neurons. Neurons are present. Then another epithelial cells are present. Okay, so these are the different type of cells which are present in the multicellular organism's body in order to survive. And each and every cell are different in shape, size, and whatever the functions they are performing. And the examples are hydra, plant. In fact, we human beings are also the example of multicellular organism. Clear to everyone? Any kind of a doubt? Anyways, now move forward. This is, here we are going to study about the difference between unicellular and multicellular organism. So you can see here, unicellular is made up of single cell, multicellular is made up of more than one cell. Okay, it is having a simple body organization, means that it is having a cellular level of body organization. Okay, because in unicellular organisms there is no any presence of a tissue or something like that, but when you will come in the category of the multicellular organism, then here is a complex body organization is present. Means what? That in this kind of the organisms, either they are having a tissue level of organization, organ level of organization, or organ system level of body organization. So that's why they are known, they are having a complex body organization. Now all the necessary life process are carried out by that particular single cell. Clear? Means in unicellular organism, since it is made up of only one cell, then obviously it must be having a cell organelles within it. As for example, endoplasmic reticulum, mitochondria, Golgi apparatus. Okay, they are performing the functions, means that each and every functions are performed by that particular single cell only. Either it be of respiration, ingestion, digestion, excretion, each and everything. But in case of a multicellular organisms, the multiple cells are present over there and they are performing different functions. Now, cell differentiation is absent in unicellular organism, but cell differentiation is present in a multicellular organism. Division of labor at organelle level. As already I had mentioned that division means organelle level means what? That each and every cell is having a cell organelles within it. So if unicellular is made up of a single cell, then that particular single cell is also having organelles within it, like that only ER, Golgi apparatus, mitochondria, ribosomes. Okay, so they are having their own different functions and then they are performing. So that's why they are known as the division of a labor at cell, means that at organelle level. But here in a multicellular, as you can see over here, division of a labor is at a cell, tissue or organ system level. Means what? That in multicellular organism, if they are showing a cellular level of body organization, then some group of cell is performing different function, some group of cell is performing different function. The same thing is applicable in case of a tissue also, that some tissues are performing another function and some tissues are performing another function. And the same thing for organ system level. As for example, if I am taking the example of a kidney and a liver, then liver is having its own function and kidney is having its own function. So these two organs are performing two different functions. So that's why it is said that here the division of a labor is of organ system level. Clear? Now, unicellular organisms lifespan is usually short, but in case of the multicellular organism, they are having a longer lifespan when you will compare it with unicellular one. Okay. Now, see another point, that is a point number 7. It is said over there that even a damage to a single cell can lead to the death of that particular organism. Obviously it is made up of only single cell, then any kind of the damage used to take place in that one cell, then it leads to the death of that particular organism. But this is not same in case of a multicellular organism, because multicellular organisms are made up of millions of cells. If one cell will get damaged also, then after that the further life process will continue, or means that are taken forward by the rest of the cells. And here in a unicellular organism, the predominant mode of a reproduction is asexual type, but in very few of the unicellular organisms there is sexual type of reproduction is also present, but it is not so advanced. It is a kind of a conjugation which generally used to takes place in bacteria. Now that is also unicellular bacteria. Then here in a multicellular organism, reproduction happens both sexually as well as asexually. Now in case of this unicellular, they are microscopic in nature. Microscopic means that its structure is very small, that it can only be visible under the microscope. But when you will see of that a multicellular, then yes, again here it is written microscopic, but it is not microscopic, it is macroscopic. Okay, it's maybe it's a kind of a fault. So it is not a microscopic, it is a macroscopic in nature. Understood? Now the example is bacteria, amoeba, paramecium and yeast. Of a unicellular and of a multicellular, it's human, animal, plant, birds and insects, which are easily visible by our naked eyes. So students, this is all about unicellular organism and multicellular organism. Clear to everyone? So thank you everyone.